Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Let's Play Xenogears. On the last episode, God was like, "Hey guys, can I be resurrected?" And I'm guessing that happened, they didn't really show it. Also, Faye appears to have tried to physically stop it, and the rest of the team was like, we should probably leave. I have no idea what's going to happen now, I'm kind of excited. Hells yeah, continue game, I have saved. God. An interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus, has awakened, and its arc, Markova, was activated. Deus began to absorb, one after another, the mutated people destined to be its parts, while the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it. To exterminate us and our civilization, it set into action. The planetary's surface was devastated by Markova and the weapons born out of it called the Seraph Angels. It's a real shame this wasn't done in a cutscene and it's being done with chairs. Jeez. While nursing a newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear, Vital, discovered together at the place where Markova was originally located. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shevat, and ourselves, feared a relapse of Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shevat fear Faye so much? Even if Graf and Id's powers are comparable. It is not that we fear him. We fear the error that we ourselves committed. And we are now simply trying to put a lid on it. An error that you yourselves committed. Shevat instigated a battle 500 years ago to win our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power, fearing the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shevat, but with the Nissan Mother, and that the people would assemble under Sophia. The Council of Elders of Shevat back then made a deal with Solaris. A deal? Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazelle Ministry to be exact, were at odds with the woman who held the real power behind the scenes. Would that happen to have been Mang? Most probably it was. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nissan, the Gazelle Ministry schemed to hand over their antagonist, Mang, and promised the division of the rulership over the Earth's surface. But in exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nissan, and also their patron, Sophia. The leaders of Shevat accepted, and it was decided that Nissan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shevat did not participate in that battle. Thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solaris army, and with their path of retreat cut off, the Nissan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of this was Lyan, Bart's ancestor Ronnie, myself, and Krelian. You were also there. Yes. Surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then, the rebel force's flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself so as to create a path for our retreat. Sophia's ship headed straight into the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of 2 men. Krelian, who followed closely under her as a leader of the sex military, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. "I will create God with my own hands!" were the last things that he uttered before he disappeared. And Lyan, he resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him. So he began to search for the legendary power. Legendary power? Just gonna repeat everything she says, aren't you? God's resting place, Mammonon. The source of divine wisdom, Raziel. And the animal relics which were created from that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend. And that is? Zohar. Zohar? That has to be the same name as the Zohar modifier. The power reactor that Mang spoke of, saying that it was the infinite energy source of God. She claimed that it was also the source of our Aesir powers, and the driving force behind our gears. It would have to be one and the same thing. It is a place that contains the ultimate source of the world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lyan sought after its power. Lyan became Graf, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because of the people's lust for power. I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now Faye, the one with the same power as Graf, we just wanted to seal that deadly power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Graf, the man once known as Lyan, sought after the power of Zohar, the one who has the same power as Graf, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye too would awaken and seek out that power, and that presumption became reality. Where am I? Who am I? This is my memory? Doc. Bart. Rico. Billy. Wise Man. Graf. Everyone, my memories. Ellie? Mother? Who are you? I'm surprised. That's pretty clever. Who are you? Id? I misjudged you. I would be able to create a fourth persona. Fourth persona? He can't feel anything. He's just shut up inside your ego. The pressing facts and truths that you won't face. You're afraid of them, so you're destined to completely shut yourself off from the outside world. And so you formed a fourth persona, a fourth Fae. The name doesn't matter. He's the one on the stage. He's the one who's in control of our body, but it is a useless form of resistance. Come with me. Wait, what are you doing? He has the key. I merely want to borrow it. I've got to go somewhere. Are you coming too? Come on, guys, eat up. You haven't been able to get this kind of food around here lately, have you? Well, this is also due to my business savvy. What's wrong, Lycan? You look kinda down. What's bothering you? Are you worried about something? It's nothing. I'm just thinking about painting Sophia. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. Sophia? You mean your childhood friend who's now the Holy Mother of Nissan? She's not really a childhood friend. I just made her acquaintance at the monastery near my house when I was a child. She went to the clinic there for convalescence. She was frail. So, what are you so worried about painting her for? She does not wish herself to become a symbol of her sect. Actually, it seems she wasn't interested in having her portrait painted at first. But when she heard that I would be the painter, she turned around and agreed. That's what I don't understand. I see. Then she must like you. What are you talking about? That's how women are, right, Krelian? Hey, Krell! Huh? What's up? You're not having any? It's ready to eat. Ah, yeah. The Holy Mother of Nissan, huh? What? Are you out to offend divine providence or something, Lycan? Cut it out. It's not like that. What? You've got to lighten up a little. Sophia first showed me that books were the best way to claim the heart. And now I'm hooked on reading. I'm not trying to brag, but I've learned a lot of things that I never knew before. Lately, I've been reading this. What is it? Something I borrowed from Xenogear. It's about a form of molecular engineering, nanotechnology. I believe it's a book I found in the ancient ruins of the zombie civilization. It's a copy of someone's research report, but it's incomplete. I think there's even more wonderful things written about it, but I'll never know now. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Lately, you've seen melancholy almost every day. Has something happened? I don't know. I just can't paint right now. Sorry, but do you mind if we stop here for today? I see. It is not so good to push yourself so hard. Why don't you rest up a little while? I'll have Krelian take you. Even so, there was a time that I did some pretty vicious things. I lashed out at random. Everyone around me feared me, even my friends. I lived a life surrounded by people who looked at me with fear in their eyes. But she was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She would just smile. Peace of mind. She was the one who taught me what I was, and how I could receive it. She was the one who taught me to live as a human. What are you doing, Lycan? Oh, it's you, Krelian. I was thinking I'd stop painting the portrait. Why stop now? It's the circumstances. I shouldn't be painting at a time like this. Eventually, she too must stand in the front lines, so... Is that really the problem? Lycan? Her smile. It's killing me. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being becoming insignificant. Inside my heart, there is an empty existence. Other than painting, I have no worth. Yet, she continues to accept my presence. I feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller. I didn't have this feeling in the beginning. I just wanted to paint her one more minute, one more second longer. I wanted to keep on painting forever, but suddenly I couldn't. As the picture neared completion, the empty part of me stared as a manifestation of myself in my brushstroke. I was meant to be painting her as she really is, but this picture is my own self. My empty self has begun to appear within there. That's why I've got to stop now. Your own self? You're just running away! You can't bear it when she smiles at you. By painting her portrait, you notice that there is a gap between your inner emptiness and her inner abundance. And you could not fill that gap. That's why you were quitting painting. You were refusing her. Even so, you still can't bring yourself to leave her, can you? In spite of that, why is it that she continues to smile at you? You who can't accept her feelings. You who won't accept her feelings. Tell me why! If it was me who was receiving such feelings. You're neglecting yourself too much. Why aren't you kinder to yourself, mistress? Notice the Xenogear that Ellie used in that one cutscene? Is this really her true expression? Yeah. To the people who don't know her that well, I guess. Her smile. I don't know. The smile in this picture is somehow different from the ones that she usually shows us. I realize Lycan's feelings are in there, but I don't think she's ever opened herself up and shown our inner selves to others like this before. You've been painting such a beautiful expression of Sophia. I just can't see the reason why you would want to stop. Beautiful? Forget it. This picture... it's anything but beautiful. Lycan, you say that you're empty. Then why do you come along with us? What have you been doing up until now? Not just acts of mercy. It's a fight for freedom. Time and time again, you've been through life-threatening situations with us. A man who has nothing in his heart couldn't do that kind of thing, right? Ronnie, you're giving me too much credit. As long as you do something to keep yourself occupied, you can ignore the hollowness inside. From the beginning, my very existence of self was an emptiness. It wouldn't matter if I were to die here right now. You live, you die. That's all. Pessimistic as usual, Lycan. And now you're lying. It's just that you're not good at expressing your own feelings. You're not empty. She knows that. That's why she shows only you her true smile. I don't deserve to see her true smile. She is the hope of the people, their support. There is so much for her to do. Why would she open up to a mere artist like me? Bro! Bro! Hey, bro. What are you doing here? What's up? The Council of Elders of Shevat has issued a decision. Tomorrow we will leave for Soylent. Soylent? That's in Solaris. Yes, and Sophia is coming with us. That's ridiculous. The refugees are still increasing. We can't afford to have Sophia leave Nissan. And it's going to Soylent. That's plain foolish. It's dangerous. What are the elders thinking? No, it wasn't the council's wish. It was Sophia's will. It appears that she expressed this desire herself. That can't be. What is she thinking? Originally, we talked about it just being us. Just us. Sophia! Sophia! Lycan! What are you doing? You keep back. I knew I couldn't leave Sophia in your care. I'll protect her, even if it cost me my life. Why don't you go get some rest, Krell? You haven't slept since the day before yesterday, have you? You shouldn't do that to yourself. I'm fine. It's not a problem. Look, I'll watch over her, so go get some sleep. What will you do if you also fall ill? Do not forget that you are the head of the sect's military forces. Okay, I suppose you're right. Ellie, I'm so sorry. It was my misjudgment that did this to you. I was terrified. It was like you could see right through me. Your eyes. That look. It was me that was being reflected back in your eyes. I was looking at myself, and thus painting myself. I couldn't stand it! So that's why... Oh, Ellie. What in the heavens did you find inside of me? When you wake up, I think I'll ask you that. On second thought, no. No. I don't want to burden you with my concerns. Besides, I wouldn't be able to ask you. One look into your eyes and I can't say a thing. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I feel. You are the sweetest person. Ellie! You are someone who cannot bear to see others hurt by your own actions. So you hold everything in and bear all of the burden. If you get hurt in the end, you think it's fine. That's what I like about you. Stop! Don't say that! If you become just another human, everyone will... Humans aren't all that frail, you know. They don't need a symbol who is just appearance only. I believe that if you have some light in your heart, you can overcome any hardship. What I have been doing is simply showing people that such a light exists in the hearts of everyone. I am just a woman. And to fulfill my womanhood, I am prepared to throw away everything. Even this position. I'm just playing the role of Sophia, but I am still me. I haven't changed. A cowardly, selfish crybaby. I'm still the same. Could you live a lie like that and still be happy? I don't want to do that. Oh, and I want to live more honestly with myself. To be able to tell the man that I love him. And I don't care if I get hurt or rejected. You only have one life. You don't want to turn around later and regret not having done such things. Do you think I will let it end here? We are not their possessions! Sophia! What are you doing? I'm ending this. You don't need to fight anymore. So Krelian, please open your fist, and with your open hand, gently hold the people who will continue to live. Don't be foolish! We'll help you escape, so please stop! Thank you, Lycan, but... sorry. There's no other way. Ellie! People support each other to live. This is what brings happiness. Share the happiness, and please, Lycan, live! Ellie! We were sacrificed as pawns in order to protect their own authority. Sophia was... Is this the ideal world we've been searching for? What have we been doing? Heading towards Sophia's ideas? Is this our salvation? This isn't fair. Sophia was sacrificed for those bastards. Sophia said, if you just have faith, the path to what you hope for will open. But look at reality. God didn't answer our prayers. Is this because we didn't have faith? Even if we didn't have faith, Sophia did. Why does she have to be sacrificed? Is God dead? Is he just not there? Maybe God never even existed to begin with. Faith in God. Do not look for it on the outside, for it is something that you must build from within yourself. I see. That's it. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Krelian... Sophia, Please guide me. I will destroy all such false pretenses of love. For you. We need to gather all of our surviving comrades. We'll never beat them if we fight them individually. So let us create a country that can one day stand up against them. What are you going to do, Lycan? Ellie? Only you had power. You could have saved her. You want it, don't you? Unrivaled power. Don't you want to become the absolute being? I don't get why Meng looks the same in this time as she does in this time. She should have a different body, but I'm gonna chalk that up to laziness. There. That's what I've sought after. But wait, that's not what I want. No, this is my very desire. Live! So this is where Faye is being held? He deserves it. Let me prey on his weeping face as if it were an idol. As if I would. Well, we haven't seen Dan in a really long time. What is this? This is terrible. No matter what, this is going way too far. He's still alive? How could you possibly be... You're human too, aren't you? Damn! Faye. Oh, Faye? Crying. Huh? Midori, it's you. Don't scare me like that. Crying? Who's crying? You mean our friend Faye is crying? Angry, hurt. He'll wake soon. It's calling him. What do you mean? Whoa! What the? Ah! Stop. Stop it! Faye? And... Run! Hurry! Run away! Yeah. He broke through his carbonite casing. Faye took his gear Vital and went to search for Zohar. We followed Faye's trail. Eventually, we arrived at the location where Zohar had fallen to Earth, so very long ago. Nothing could have prepared us for what we were about to see there. Oh god, my voice is screwed up. Unfortunately, well, I've already gone back and... No, whatever. I need to go back and re-record half of that due to robot voice, but at least I got the video done. So, I don't remember what's going to happen. A lot of story. Let me... first of all, who am I going to take? Bart, you're done for a while. Oh, wow. The Doc is the leader. Okay. I think it's about time Emeralda got some more play. And, why do I have the extremely strong urge to take Choo Choo? What? I should ignore these impulses. They're terrible. They're terrible impulses. I can't entrust my life to a nickel. Magical quarter. Am I crazy? Should I take Choo Choo? Alright, who am I to doubt the supremacy of quarters? You know what? It's really just my general neuroses that makes me want to use characters somewhat equally, and I haven't used her yet. Hopefully there won't be any scenes where she talks, though. That would be really embarrassing for me and all the writers involved. So yeah, crazy stuff happens. This was basically backstory before the story started, about 500 years before the story started, about the founding of Nissan, about the war between Shevat and Solaris, which all the main characters were involved with. So it was Bart's ancestor, who, by the way, looks exactly like Sig, except he has Bart's hair, so that was a little bit lazy, but whatever. Now, I actually used to have this crazy theory about Renee, that Renee was actually Rico or Hammer, because I thought that Renee called Faye bro, just like Hammer did, and I thought that was a clue. However, I looked it up, and apparently, and they don't tell you this, Renee is actually Ronnie's brother. He's the heir to the Fat, he's like part of the Fatma line. And one of the only other clues of this is that, one, he has blue eyes, he has the Fatma Jasper, and two, Renee and Ronnie are the middle name of Edgar Figaro. It's Edgar Ronnie Figaro, and Sabin Figaro. Sabin Renee Figaro from Final Fantasy VI. That's like only one of the only clues that they're brothers, because Renee and Edgar and Sabin were basically princes also to a royal line. So I mean that's kind of interesting, but for all these years I've had this theory that Renee was actually the reincarnation of Rico, but I don't think that's true. Like that's how Rico would look if he wasn't a demi-human. Oh, and the other crazier theory was that it was like Hammer, because he said bro just like Hammer. But no, he was saying bro to Ronnie, not to Faye. So that theory's gone to garbage now. I think he was just some guy. Disappoint. But these are the type of cool things that you get to reevaluate when you play a game again after 10 years. Because it should be somewhat obvious right now. There are certain characters that are being reincarnated. Now, it's definitely Faye and Ellie get reincarnated. That's pretty clear. But it's always been my theory, and I think they actually said that in either this episode or the last time, that some of the other characters also get reincarnated. And you also find out about Krelian's motivations. And you've also found out about Meng's motivations. Most of the story has been revealed at this point. There's only one or two mysteries left. Also, I would say the worst part, again, I've recorded like 3 episodes in a row. I can't remember which gone when. The Earth was attacked by angelic weapons meant to eradicate the Earth. The apocalypse essentially happened, and they did it in like a paragraph. There's like what? You might not even remember what I'm talking about. Like, The apocalypse kind of happened, and they still haven't, like, oh my god. Just look at, like, the backstory that was done, like, during those actual scenes. Like, you actually got to see, like, Ronnie, like, moving closer to Faye and stuff in the background of the campfire, and the Gears fighting. That's how you're supposed to show things in games. You don't just have a slideshow with an amulet going back and forth. So much lost potential. This, it's like every 3 episodes I complain about this. I should just, like, put a kibosh on complaining about it from now. Anyway, I'm just ranting because I wasn't able to talk that entire episode. Next episode, I guess we're gonna pursue Faye. If this is the scene that I think it is, it's actually pretty damn cool. And you will find out one last thing. Now I'm even changing the ending part here. This episode is late because I've been sick for... Like, I was sick for like 4 days, and I've been having trouble talking even after that. Like, it's been like 6 or 7 days now. So I couldn't re-record the robot voice parts. It's terrible. So that's why this is late. That's why there was no video yesterday. I didn't have anything. And I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. So anyway, next episode, we're all gonna ride the choo-choo train. I'm sorry. I have to bring her. It's just the coin told me. And I can't go against divine providence, i.e., my quarters. I'll see you guys.